back to ZED Studios. I'm Charitra Julapally, and today we're going to be focusing on how philosophy impacts society. We're going to be showing 3 examples of this, and let's get right into it. Our first example is mental health. Every day we eat food. We try to exercise, and we try not to eat too much junk food. Why? Because we're trying to maintain a healthy body. But there's another part of us that we also need to keep equally as healthy, which is our mind. Once again, mental health. Many people haven't viewed mental health as something as important, when in reality, it's quite the opposite. Maybe even more so important than physical health. And so there was a study using philosophy. 2 kindergarten classrooms. One, over a 5-week period of time, they used philosophy in their classrooms. They studied it. And the other class did nothing at all involving philosophy. And the 2 classes had major drastic differences. Let's go see what they are. 1, it increased the child's autonomy, which means it increased their decision-making skills. They could do it easier, faster, more efficiently, and most likely they chose the better decision. And 2, it decreases anxiety, which anxiety is one of the biggest problems facing our youth today and Gen Z. A lot of people face anxiety, and anxiety isn't viewed as a major problem when it quite is. It's very hard to deal with. And philosophy has helped decrease anxiety and increase a child's autonomy. But how does this even work? Well, philosophy gives people a sense of direction and a sense of confidence, which is totally cool. Who knew Aristotle could actually be helpful in real life? Mind-shocking. This is our second example, decision-making. From the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, you're constantly making decisions. Donuts or bagels, soccer or basketball, lemonade or OJ. The decisions I just presented you are very, very easy to make, but a lot of our decisions are not as simple. Once again, philosophy comes to the rescue. Philosophy lets us choose decisions that will actually benefit us in the long run. It lets us peruse and study the consequences that'll come with a certain set of actions. Philosophy lets us reason. Reasoning is one of the most important things to do when it comes to decision making. Rational thoughts and reasonable thoughts overlap. So think of what you want or what you want to do. Reason with it. Why do I want to do this? What will come out of this? Do I really need this? And then lastly, think of all the consequences that'll come with that action or what you want. Will there be any bad things or anything that'll come negatively out of what you want? And basically decide which side has a heavier weight. Whichever side has a heavier weight is most probably the decision you should take. Once again, philosophy has saved us. Philosophy is very easy to use in decision making. Decisions are the frequent fabric of our daily design, said Don Yeager. And remember, we all can't have a perfect fabric. We are on our last and final reason, morality. The dictionary definition of philosophy is the study of the basic ideas about knowledge, right and wrong, reasoning, and the value of things. When I heard this, I first thought morals, morality. So now I'm going to be showing you how philosophy can use to influence morality. I'm going to be using Kohlberg's 6 stages of moral development to show this. He uses 6 stages, but I'm going to use 3 to make it easier. So let's go over here. This is Allie. Hi, Allie. Allie's walking down the street and sees a bank. And she's low on cash that day. So she thinks, should I rob it? And obviously, no. I'm not going to be focusing on why no is correct and why yes is incorrect. Instead, it's much deeper than that. I'm going to be focusing on why. The reasoning why they all said, no, I should not rob the bank. So Allie says immediately, no, I shouldn't rob the bank. But why? She thinks she'll get punished. So her motive to not rob the bank is punishment. This is the pre-conventional state. And this isn't Allie anymore. This is now Alex. Alex is walking down the street and sees the bank and thinks, should I rob it? He says no. Why? Because this is society's rules. Society doesn't want people to rob a bank. He doesn't want to be seen as an outcast, as a bad boy. So he doesn't rob the bank. This is the conventional state. And lastly, we're going to be looking at Morgan. Morgan also sees the bank and thinks, should I rob it? And lastly, no. And she thinks robbing a bank is wrong, so she doesn't rob it. And this is the post-conventional state. Such a simple thing to think. Robbing a bank is wrong. And that, in the long run, is the morally correct thing to do. And those were the 3 examples of how philosophy affects society. Out of this lesson, you should have gotten 2 things. 1, philosophy has helped us in societies in more ways than one. Aristotle is not boring, trust me, college students. And 2, don't rob a bank. My name is Julapally, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Zed Talk. See you guys next time. Bye.